Hello, awesome people. I hope you're having just an amazing day today. Today we're taking like the 25-page short stories, the last one in Act 3, and then there's an epilogue. It's called Exeunt, E-X-E-U-N-T, Exeunt. It's by John Reppion. It's the next and final one in the short story collection that we've been doing, a deep dive, published in 2016. It's called Shakespeare versus Cthulhu. I like it too. In the comments below, I came across it because it's edited by Jonathan Green, who's a big name in the gamebook field. He did a bunch of fighting fantasy things. He also, we came across him with the Ace gamebook series that he kickstarted. And this is an opportunity for him to do some editing and so forth. So that's where I came across that. I saw it posted on his webpage, the various things that he's published. And so I thought it'd be fun for me to knock it out. And these are basically retellings of the Cthulhu mythos, like the shared universe that was created during H.P. Lovecraft's run. Initially, H.P. Lovecraft did some videos with a review here and there that I've done for you, where he had a few short stories that he kept things like Necronomicon from one story to the next. And then he then shared that information with his others, like taking in the character of Sathagua from fellow author Clark Ashton Smith's the Tale of Zatampra, Zyros, and those sorts of things. So that was fun stuff, and that's where the idea came from for this shared universe. Back then, it's more than 100 years ago, back in the 20s and 30s. So that's where this stuff comes from as a reminder. So now we're basically having a Shakespearean take on this, and in this case, one of our main characters actually is William Shakespeare, and I'm giving this a 7.5 out of 10 too. I did like it. I thought it was great stuff. For 25 pages, I blew through it. Less than an hour. Definitely enjoyed it too so far. But why isn't it higher? Great question if I liked it so much. So there are basically two issues that I have with this. It's non-spoiler free, so I'm not going to be doing a deep dive into it, but it starts with a great starting, and then about halfway through, it swaps from one arc to another arc, and I don't like that. I liked the preferred arc that it seemed that it was on. Again, no spoilers, but you're going to find out in the first couple pages, and I like to just to give your feet wet with what's happening. Basically, he's talking with one of his co-writers, and his co-writer is talking about writing this epic, the great tragedy of life, the great tragedy that would end all tragedies, to make everybody's suffering seem non-minor by comparison. And so he says, he has challenged Shakespeare to write this in the first couple of pages. But then about halfway through, things will change. I don't like that change. I like that idea of Shakespeare writing the great tragedy. And then you'll find out in the last couple pages, the ending is very predictable. You can see it happening. Nothing happens in the ending. So a predictable ending and a change in the middle that changes the direction that the short story had started on. I think that's great, not great stuff. So that's why it's a 7.5. Well written, very fast paced, well done, and it's some good stuff. And I blew through the 25 pages. Typically 25 pages in this oversized collection. It has been taking me more than an hour. It took me about 50 minutes last night, so I just liked it so much. So that's good stuff. So there you are. That is the next and final short story of Act 3, and then there's an epilogue. And I think that's the last short story. I haven't looked any details and so forth. But again, I like this. I thought it was 7.5. Great stuff. But a predictable ending and a middle change roughly halfway through would keep me from really sort of embracing this with a higher rating than a 7.5. So there you are. Have you read it? If so, what did you think about it? Let's talk about it in the comments below. And if you agree or disagree with my 7.5 out of 10, let's talk about that too. As a reminder, channel name is The Worst Thing About New Books. That's a quote by a French philosopher, Shakespeare, who said that the worst thing about them was that they kept us from reading the old ones, right? So, 2016 is no longer really sort of keyword, typically talking about the latest, this year, last year, that sort of a thing. And so this is exactly, although not exactly the oldest thing that I typically will explore, but I think I definitely enjoy it. And I don't know if a lot of people have heard about it. So there you are. If you enjoyed this video, why not hit the subscribe button, the like button, the bell icon if you're feeling frisky, and then let your friends know too. And then finally, I just want to pause and take a moment to thank you so much for taking some time out of your day and investing in and watching my video, because we all have so many things that are happening, right, in our lives. and we're pulled in so many different directions. So the fact that you spend this time with me, it's incredibly humbling, and I appreciate it. So thanks again, and have an amazing day.